Hi guys, and welcome to another Mustad Live. We're here today at one of my race yards, and we're going to talk about how I deal with a crack on a thoroughbred that's got to keep on working. So this is Vivacious Spirit. He's actually running tomorrow. This is Thursday, by the way. I've had to pre-record this to get a horse in live. So yeah, he's running at Wolverhampton tomorrow. So let's get cracking. So he's got a cast on at the moment. He popped a crack due to a medial heel shunt. I came in, sorted its feet out, and just maintained it so it could still keep on running. So here we are. He's got a cast on at the moment, and with all my thoroughbreds, I pull each nail out at a time rather than knock them up, because sometimes I think the buffer itself can cause a bit of damage to the wall. So each nail's pulled out so it's easier and less damage to the hoof. So he's put a fair bit of foot down. We shot it 4 weeks ago, so just going to get this cast off. I can show you the foot. Do want to come off that one, which is pretty handy. So as you can see, he's got a pretty small foot there. It's like a size 5 Concord Extra. So I'm going to basically clean out his sole, come in the bars to make sure my foot's going to maintain a bit of strength. Neck through, come through here, Chris. So you can see he's got a medial heel shunt, and yeah, just previous farrier's a bit lost, so I came in to give him a hand. So yeah, so as you can see, he's got this medial heel crack that burst out. We cast him last shoeing and the shoeing before, and you can see the crack's migrated forward now and down. So we're in the safety zone now. Now we're just maintaining it so he can keep on running. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shoe this foot, and then we're going to trim the foot first, get it back to a nice working platform, and then we're going to cast them all up, and then give him a shoe selection and why I'm choosing that shoe selection. So. Nice healthy feet, really. People often ask, like, when you cast, it causes the feet to deteriorate and get stuff stuck underneath them. But as you can see, it's quite a healthy foot. He's been in it for the last 4 weeks, and 4 weeks prior to that as well. So just like to make my connoisseurs nice and clean. So and look down it. Just shoeing it for the shunt. So feel free to ask any questions, guys, as we're going through this as well, because I'll be sat on my sofa watching it. Be able to ask some questions because we're pre-recording this. So yeah, so as you can see, the damage that's there. That's out of the way. His heel came through, so we're missing this part of the foot. As we've got the rest of it's pretty symmetrical really. So we're just going to put the cast on. This is going to give the hoof a little bit more stability and hold that crack and allow him to keep on working. So yeah. So we need some noise in the background. That's my apprentice. He's still shoeing while I'm doing this. So when I'm trimming, I'm trying to hit every angle of the foot to make sure I've got a nice flat surface to work through. As I said before, he's got a bit of a medial heel shunt, which we're working on. So yeah, just get that toe back in. He's got nice thick walls, you can see that. So really nice, easy feet to shoe really. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Now we're just going to give this dorsal wall a little bit of a tidy up so we can increase the surface area for the glute to stick to. Just go through my core side. I don't really go with the smooth side when I'm putting a cast on. I want to increase the surface area. So the little grooves and the little nicks that your core side leave is a really good base for the glue to stick to. So you can see all this cracking its glory now. So initially when we first started doing, we put a drain in it. That's where this cavity is anyway. And then it started knitting down nicely, and we just yeah, so it's got a nice little, just clean it all out so we got see what it is. Make sure there's no bacteria in there. You can see there I've got nearly a finger's width since the last cast went on. So he's had a fair bit of good growth there. So yeah, I'm really happy with that. So I'm just going to sand the foot off with a real coarse sandpaper. So again, we're increasing that surface area for the glute to stick to. It's like 120 grit, if anyone wants to know. There we go. So now, shoe of choice would be a size 5, but equally he's getting a cast on, so that's going to give me a little bit more height and width to my hoof. So I'm going to go for an actual equilibrium, size 6. So it looks a little bit oversized if you look at it that way. So it's just the fact that I want to create a bigger mass all around here just to hold this foot together and give it more support. And then, because I've got a little bit more length, I'm just going to add an equilibrium toe to it to allow its break over. And yeah, so that's where we're at really. So I'll get the glue ready and we'll prepare the foot for casting. Is there any Sam Wolverhampton or weather? So this is an acrylic glue. Lots of brands out there. I choose a brand that I'm happy with and kind of stick to it because you know your parameters of that glue. So like a fast setting glue as well, which is really quite good to be honest. So my glue is all set. Cast I'm opting to use is a 2-inch cast. I don't want to come too far up the foot and undevelop the foot, so I'm just going to use a 2-inch cast. Yeah, I just need to get some water. Tom, you do me a favour, get me a bucket of water. So we have a glove there. I'm just going to equalise the glue, make sure it's coming out. So it's changed colour already. It's quite dark, now it's gone to like that creamy consistency. So there's a little bit of wastage there, but to be honest, the amount of wastage you get on that to make sure it's consistent is nothing compared to it coming off. Just got my finger in it as well, which is great. I always seem to get the mustiest Mustad lives. So because of this, I'm going to put my gloves on. Just want to put a load of glue into these heel areas to give it a really good lock on the cast. So on this area here, it's all hardened off, so I'm not too worried about I'm going to actually just fill that with glue. There's no sensitive structures in there anymore. Prior we have had copper sulfate in there with some Play-Doh in there and some Vaseline and stuff. So, but no, yeah, just getting to go with it really now. So now we equalise the glue. Just put plenty down the heel areas. Get it locked in. You want this to permeate through the cast effectively, so it creates a really super strong bond. Now I've got that there, I'm just going to come around the front, give them a few zigzags all the way around. Only going to where my rasp marks are, don't want to go much further up the foot. Now for the cast, what I do is I just sink it into the water and away I go. This glue is pretty good for that purpose as well. Like we can just take that bit of shit out. We can use water-based stuff on the glue, so you can actually see that it's permeating through there quite nicely. Come up the hoof. Now I'm just going to create this, pulling it nice and tight all the way around, which is going to give me that locked mechanism to give this hoof a bit more structure and stability and allow that hoof to go down stronger and neater. So as you can see, I'm just wrapping it round the whole foot, and it's just increasing the mass of my shoe. I need the mass of the hoof I need, so I want to need a bigger shoe. Hence why I went for from a size 5 to a size 6. So give it a real good pull, make sure it's nice and tight all the way through. Again, I'm not going to get any sole pressure with this. I'm going to cut the back out, up through the commissures, up the back, and tidy it up as we go around. But that's pretty much it really. It's not a really complicated case, but people have been asking for how we deal with cracks on horses that are working and all that sort of stuff. This actual method was taught to me by our resident racehorse specialist, Billy Mulqueen. So big up to Billy there. I think he might be doing the actual next Mustad live. So yeah, there we go. And now I'll just put that down, let the foot sink into it, make sure it's just away from the quarry band. We're not going to get any soft tissue issues. Just peel it down at the back because I want to cut that all away anyway. So just add a bit more water. Now I'm just going to let him sit on that while I go to the other front foot and start trimming that, ready for the application of the shoe. So don't need that, don't need that. Again, because he's going to Wolverhampton today, I'll probably put I will match him up anyway with a with shoes, he'll have an equilibrium on. It's going to be helping him as well because he's going to stay on top of the surface slightly and slide through the surface rather than digging into it. That's one thing I like about the equilibrium shoes, is the stay on top of surfaces is a lot better when you've got an all-weather track you're going to. So, carry on, so. This is a 4-week cycle. He's put down a fair bit of foot. I believe if you show a horse to the perimeter, you increase that blood flow as well. Instead of shooting them quite tight and gnarly, it's just going to allow that blood to flow around the foot a little bit nicer, so you get better foot growth. I don't shoot a racehorse specifically any differently to a normal horse, other than obviously aluminium plates, and it's going to have a nice racing fit to it, but I'm still shoeing around the foot. I'm not compromising my fit on that either. So, anybody's in need of a new knife anytime soon, these Grant Moon ones, as you can see, pretty good knives. I've switched from Luex to them, to be fair, so pretty good. Nice little burning aspect as well for when you're hot fitting. You can actually see it's pretty nice. So again, sight the feet out. We don't have the privilege of walking these horses up, but got a little bit of asymmetry there, unbalanced foot, so more on the lateral side than the left, on the medial, sorry. So yeah, I'll tell you how he's done tomorrow anyway, because he's running. What time's he running, Sammy?
6 something.
Yeah, so Mustad Live's going out. It'll be 8 o'clock GMT, so he'll have ran by the time he comes on. I'll let you know how he goes. Hopefully not dead last. Hey, Sammy.
Hopefully not. He was second last time, so hopefully we can do one better. Oh, 750 actually.
750. So it'll have just finished by the time this Mustad Live goes out. So I want to come across my toe, both directions, then come up my foot. Keep an even pressure on the rasp all the way around. See, he's got a fair bit of contraction on that medial side. But he hasn't got a shunt, so everything's going good there. So a little bit more off on medial side. I'll be happy with that. So you can see he's actually a size 5 for race day, showing all around the perimeter. We'll get a bit more on that, so all good. Well, I'm going to go back to the cast now, so see how that's doing. It's virtually set, so I'm happy with that. Casts are quite a universal product. I mean, you can do a lot with a cast. Like, you can actually build the foot up if you needed to, on one side more than the other. Again, he's loaded quite level there through, so looking through it, got a nice level footfall. Now, let's drop that size 6 in there, give it a bit of an open up, and away we'll be going fine. So just get the stall jack. So I'm just prepping that for later on. I'll cut it out. So just want to open this out a little bit. A little bit more. Put the clip in. I'm opting for hammerhead nails on this, so just standard hammerheads. I've got a nice profile fit on that. Hope you're asking questions, because obviously it's going to be a bit of a boring night for me if not. So get some questions asked if you haven't already asked any. You've got those horses that just need that little bit more caudal support as well. You can leave this back part in and just cut this away. That's quite good actually as a bit of a fake bar shoe. Does work quite nicely. Still stimulating that frog, increasing that digital customs pressure, and yeah, bring more function back to the foot. So got another one here that's got that actually. We're shoeing next week. So I like a nice even pat on my nailing. I try and use the same nail holes as well. I'll try and shoe it every 8 weeks and plate it every 6 weeks. Sorry, 4 weeks. So I go with the same nail holes, so I'm not causing too much damage to my horn. So first must clip off so it's a nice angle to the hoof wall. And there you go. So I'll let the camera have a look at that, and then I'll finish it off. We still want it to look tidy, so try and make it aesthetically pleasing as well. That's our shop window, so Grant talks about it all the time, so he's drilled it into me, that's for sure. So I didn't undercut that, I just rubbed it round. I think you might remember Billy's video not so long ago. Don't like undercutting these horses because of the tread injuries. Well, not the injuries, but the risk of pulling the shoe off. Keep it flush to the shoe. So there's not really bedded in. Often people think racehorses are nuts, but this guy's in full-time training, and just look at him. He's not fazed by anything. So I won't thin this area because this is the most important area for me, so I'm going to leave that alone. But now I want to go back to the back aspect and cut it all out, so then we'll have a finished job. But that's the job on the floor there. Now it's usually the corner of my rasp to get into it. Just do that with a knife. So, come back in with my knife to clean that all up, that area up. There we go, sorted. So now we can see we've got shot up. He's got even pressure throughout his sole. He's got a bit of breakover in there because we've had a bit of length of his foot. Again, he's not got, doesn't look over big for his feet, and he has got full range of motion within his foot again, but he's fully supported on that medial wall for that crack. And let's see how he gets on tomorrow night. So a bit warm in his stable. So thanks again for watching, guys. Another Mustad Live. Next week I believe is Billy Moore Queen. Same time next Friday, 8 o'clock GMT. So is it 8 o'clock GMT? Yeah, it is. So yeah, have a great weekend. Thanks a lot. Cheers, bye.